Hi, guys. Today we're going to read a passage called How the Milky Way Came to Be, which is a Cherokee tale. Hint for you, the genre is actually going to be folk tale. That will help you answer the first question. The way that we know that it's a folk tale is that it's something that's been passed around from year to year just based on that title. We know that this is a Cherokee tale, a tale that was told through the Cherokee Native Americans. Okay, so we're going to read this passage together. We're going to break down some of the things that it's going to be talking about, and then you guys are going to answer some of the questions, all right? So long ago, when time began, there were only a few stars in the sky. When people looked up at night, the sky was almost completely black. At that time, people depended on corn for their food. They would dry some of the corn and grind it into cornmeal. They stored the cornmeal outside in large baskets. During the cold winters, people would use cornmeal to make delicious cornbread and mush. One morning, when an elderly couple went to fetch some cornmeal, they found their basket overturned. Cornmeal was scattered all over the ground. The couple was upset. Stealing was unheard of in Cherokee villages. Who could have done such a thing? As they looked more closely at the ground, they noticed what looked like a dog's paw prints, but these paw prints were huge. No dog had ever seen was that size. No dog they had ever seen was that size, sorry. The couple went quickly to tell the other villagers about what had happened. After hearing the story, the people decided the dog must have been a spirit dog. They didn't want the dog coming back to their village, so they made a plan. When the dog returned, they would frighten it away. That night, people collected all their drums and rattles and hid behind the cornmeal basket, waiting. Suddenly, they heard what sounded like a flock of birds with their wings all flapping at once. A dog-like shape came down from the sky. It landed near the cornmeal basket. The dog stuck its nose inside and began to eat the cornmeal. Jumping out from behind the basket, the villagers banged their drums and shook their rattles. They made the biggest racket they could. The frightened dog ran away from the village with the people chasing it. It ran to the top of a hill and leaped into the sky, the cornmeal falling from its mouth. The dog ran across the black sky until it was out of sight. The cornmeal that had fallen from its mouth made a pattern of stars. The Cherokee called this pattern of stars Gelutsun Stanum Yi, which means the place where the dog ran. And that's the story of how the Milky Way came to be. So, we have now heard a folktale, a story that's been passed around for generation to generation throughout the Cherokee Native American tribe. I want you guys to take that quick little story and I want you to answer questions 1 through 5 on how the Milky Way came to be.